Hello, hello. Zen, thank you for the 15 stream streak. And Sandwich Lord, thank you straight up for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We're just about to get into talking about Cowboys SMP. Hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful stream. What we all up to. And more importantly, we're going to be assigning the cast and what they look like to what Pokemon partners they would have. You are a lying liar who lies, sir. I want to clarify. My response was I would only be in a POW SMP if I got invited. I never said if I was invited or not, and if I did get the invite. I said if I didn't get invited. Got a ready to run since I am boiling in my room. Yep, all good, all good. Have a good stream and congrats. Thank you, Sandwich Lord. But with that being said, chat, let me just switch over something real quick. We need to grab all these files and put them over into Photoshop. Un momento. Computer is now frozen because I just moved 18 photos over to one other application. One moment. Photoshop is... Okay, there we go. Hold on. Gotta keep pressing enter a little bit. Three, four. All right, cool. Congrats on Cowboy. Thank you, Brew. The shoe, pretty much, yeah. That me. But yes, chat. If we actually go to the screen real quick, I am in Cowboys SMP. Now we're gonna talk about it while we go through this, and we'll go in a bit more depth. But I am officially in a POW SMP. I know y'all been waiting since the end of Rats 1 and start of Pirates, but we're now here, and I got TNT. This is gonna be a big part of my character. If you look a bit more closely to the actual character himself, no, that's not what I wanted. Come back. Can I? Okay, it's just not letting me. That's cool. Okay, what is happening here? Hold on. What do you... Oh, I'm actually clicking on the shortcut key, and that's what's happening. There we go. If you look a bit more closely to his arms, right? It's scarring. It's it's burn marks, scar marks going up his arms. Yep. And that is because something to do with the TNT. Not necessarily from the Kaboom, but might be related to it. But yeah, chat. Basically, the entire design of this character is go with something that fit the historical accuracy to Western, because you have no idea how much references and images that I went into. Actually, can I actually pull up all the references and images? Yes, I can. Hold on. Uno momento, chat. Uno momento. What has happened so far? Not much, not much. You just come in time. Let me export this. Where's that going? Where did that go? There it is. Okay, so it's there, and then Where did that one go? There. Cool. So, like, make sure I'm not doxing myself when I do this real quick. One moment. Wait, why are the... Okay, those are just... Yeah. But basically, chat... That works. Actually, that doesn't work now because y'all can't see it. How do I do this without actually not while showing while not showing? You know, I don't think there's anything. You know what? Actually, I can just do that, and that basically hides everything. Cool. For context, if you don't know about me, I am really, really in the firm belief that what's the word? That the artists, the cosplayers, the fandom in an SMP and in a genre really are a strong backing to characters. And so, because of that, right, I always, when I do a character, I always get references. And I always make references. And so for this one, I got boots, gloves, accessories, hairstyle, hat, other accessories, pants, pose, reference tweaks, shirts, and vests. Because when I was sent this and was asked, hey, can you give references so Levy can draw, like your character, this is what I did, is I basically went into folders and I categorized everything and I grabbed what I needed and grabbed what I didn't. So let me just double check to make sure everything's actually in here real quickly. One moment, chat. Can I just... I love how, like, there's no actual preview. It's just, like... It just doesn't want to show it. Hold on. I want to see if I can display or window display this differently. Really? I can't? That's crazy. No, I can. I just... How is... Hold on. I'm just going to see what this shows. Oh, no, it does show that. Okay. Right. So I can't like fully show it off, but I can like do it this way. Okay, chat. So we're gonna quickly just go over reference stuff, then we're gonna go into the POW stuff, and then we're gonna go from there. A lot of these cowboys, well, good. So we'll start with like down up, because I know we were asking about the boots. Literally, the boots themselves, right, are... Which one is it? I don't know why it doesn't... So what's funny is it doesn't want to show the actual, like, preview image. It just wants to show... You know, hold on. I have a better idea, chat. Give me 1 second. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I think it's going to be worth it. Does that work? Okay, I'm going to have to drag each of these individually. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put everything in the Photoshop, and then that way y'all can see it easier. Instead of me trying to like go in and out of all of it. And yes, little different, but hold on, I'm actually going to minimize that real quick just to make sure. Yeah. There, and then best. Cool. All right. Now, if I just open up Photoshop this way, one's in chat. If you think will make me broken red, not necessarily. Entirely of this like design, right? It was pretty simple. All right, let me turn the music just a bit. Hold on, one moment. There we go. All right, now if I go here, Photoshop, window, that's not what why does it always do that? Can I like actually get the Photoshop viewer? No? Okay, cool. Or I guess we're just doing display then. All right. Here it is, chat. So we're going to go top down from left to right, what I had, and then we'll get into the actual characters. So, first off, the opulent vest. No, it's just the style of vest. Don't worry about it. First one's just off boots. Again, they're just standard, your brown, like very much Cole Cassidy from Overwatch McCree style boots. Just the normal brown boots that you get for like standard cowboy. And then gloves, because he wears leathered gloves. Pretty much just in like a standard brown color with like a bit more fitted to the hand, a little looser around the wrist. Because again, he uses these gloves when working. So he always wears gloves. And then we're kind of going backwards, but like holster positioning. Basically where the gun holster would be positioned on the hip. And standard right hand side, yep. And then belts and holster, basically the belt buckle, like the sign of like the belt to the holsters. Does he wear chat? No. No, he does not. But from there, basically this is just the type of holster that it is. It's called the Hand of God holster. It's a very standard holster that was used in Western period of time. I know they have actual purpose, but he doesn't wear chaps. He just has his good sturdy trousers on. And then holster leg strap. So basically it goes holster and then there's actually a strap around his like thigh area that holds also the holster to it. So it's like belt connected to the holster with a leg strap around. And then for his hairstyle, which I don't know if y'all caught it in Let me see. Is it this one? No. Which one's the red one? This one. So the hair, short hair. Well, not necessarily short hair. It actually is. It's short on the sides and longer on the top. So it's basically the actual definition is a tapered fade. So it's tapered down short on the sides to an undercut and then blends upwards to be longer on the top. It's basically a tapered undercut. And then the hat, very much just a simplistic, like, standard brown color, standard style Western cowboy hat. The neck cloth around his neck, he uses it as a way to cover his face. So it is a bit more fuller around, but it wraps around his neck and he puts it over his like nose and his mouth when he's working. Not outlaw vibe. No, not. It's not it's not entirely a bandana. It's a scarf. It's exactly what this would be. It's like a bandana, but it's very much not like the your standard style. It's like you're working, because when there's smoke and there's other chemicals in the air, he covers his nose and his mouth while he's working. And then the scar markings. Basically, I took these off in the sense that these are what they look like. Yeah, with explosions, for example. Exactly, the gunpowder smoke. So when he's working and things sometimes don't go right, and you get unintended explosions or shrapnel, they sometimes can lead to some burn marks and some shrapnel marks that go up along the arm. And that's because he has his shirt rolled up for a good amount of time. Again, trousers, they're just your standard, like, sturdy, black, dark gray trousers. Nothing too crazy. This was fun. So when I was asked about the poster stuff, I wanted to give like a pose, but I didn't know how to do it. So what I did is I went to a D&D, I think it was Hero Forge, and I took the mini characters that you can create, and I adjusted a character's posing to give 2 different variations to how he would look. So it's either he's tossing the TNT towards you or tossing the TNT up into the air. And so that was just a fun little side thing. And so basically it's just like reference, like tweaks. So like how this other poses could be, the type of color for the cloth, because since I have a red shirt, the red scarf would clash. So I basically gave the gunmetal colors that what the scarf could be. Basically scarf placement right around the neck, not over the face. And again, another like design of the side color, and then again the rest of it. So the long sleeve color of the shirt, basically just another reference of the shirt, positioned where the sleeves are rolled up to. So basically think this, but the sleeves roll up to here. And then he just has a black vest. I just took this vest. It's not embroidered. It's just a black vest that has more of like this darkish, grayish brown color to it. Like I said, I kept it very, very, what's the word? Minimal, if you will. To keeping it historically accurate to Westerns. I did a lot of research to make sure that some of that stuff would fit. I looked up colored clothing in Western area to see what colors were prominent and common in the West. Okay, the Red Dead since it's in the budget. You don't have to go with the highest stuff. And blue, yeah. A lot of your base colors were prominent. But yeah. With that being said, we're now actually going to do the fun little part of stream that I also wanted to do. Match the Cowboys to a Pokemon. So, for example, we're also going to go in order. So we'll start with Ollie Doug Dimmadome. And we will connect it. And this is the fun part, chat. You're going to help me. And so we're going to have to figure out what Pokemon fits the character Ollie Orion sound. And we're not like specifically... Actually, to make it easier. Yeah, I'll just do this first so we can actually see. We're basing entirely off of the outfit. Not the creator, the outfit. What they look like, the actual character. Alright? So that's the fun thing. We're not basing it off the creator. We're going off of what we entirely see just from the poster itself. Alright? And while we think of that... also, I want to try to keep it in theme. Here's the other challenge. Trying to keep it in theme with Western themed. Like, keep it to the Western theme. So it has to kind of make sense. If you can give a justifiable reason, it doesn't have to be like one-to-one. What does that mean? Keep it to cowboy country. Keep it to like... You could see this Pokemon in a Wild West themed Pokemon game. Like, if that Pokemon would spawn in a Wild West themed, like, cowboy themed Pokemon world. That could be in the wild. Yes, basically. Would import one on, like, no, that's the thing. Like, if you can justify giving a reasoning for it, I'm fully down for it. You just have to give a justifiable reasoning. Because I think this would be very, very fun and very funny. But while that's happening, chat, while we think about that double, could work. But while y'all think, another fun little thing that I was doing, and that I'm going to be doing the entirety of the SMP, so every time I'm on that server, for the past 2 months, actually it's been a little over 2 months now at this point, I've been practicing a Southern accent. Some of you, if you were on April's stream last time, I hopped in because April got the Alabama redeem, and so they were speaking the Alabama accent, so I joined in on just speaking country, because April helped me learn how to do a country accent. Now, by no means is this accent perfect, but it also does not fit to just one area of Southern. So, like, it's not just Georgia, Alabama, or Appalachian, or New Orleans, or Texan, or Tennessee. It's a hosh posh, a potluck, if you will, of a bunch of them. So, what I'm going to do, as for practice, and just get the fun part in, for y'all just to see, I'm going to go into the accent, and I'm going to try to stay in that accent for the remainder part of this portion of stream. Because I was doing it yesterday, and I held it for like a solid hour, and it felt easy. But we're going to have fun with this. So, a fun way that I was practicing Southern, how I get into the Southern accent, is I say the word Southern, but actually in the Southern tense. And then I say the sentence. It ain't that difficult once you get the hang of it. You just got to put that Southern twang to it. And it basically goes something like this. Southern, it ain't that difficult once you get the hang of it. You just got to put that Southern twang to it. And at that point, I just start talking like a Southern cowboy. And we have a little bit of fun now up around here, now don't we? And so the entire time, chat, I'm going to be talking like this for the entirety of the SMP. So, chat, what y'all want? What y'all think? What y'all wanting for our town mayor, Ollie O'Ryan-san? The one benefit of the Southern accent, the alpha gives me out, but I don't know how that'd be Southern. I mean, a Persian cat could work. I think there'd be a cat or two in the south, in the southern, in the south, in the west. Big, huge imported lizard. I could also see a big, huge imported lizard. The mayor does look like. Okay, we aren't doing That's the other thing. We aren't doing legendaries, and we aren't doing mythicals. We ain't doing any of that type of stuff. The entire time, we're just going to be talking about what most folk have. I could see a Komodo. I could see a Persian. Really, I could see a Persian for the town mayor. I could also see double, but the thing with double, I feel like that's more of a Pokemon, just based off the character outfit. Are we doing? We can do shinies. We can definitely do shinies if we want, if it fits the theme. But we need to figure out Ollie O'Ryan-san first. So, chat, what we thinking? I'm saying a little bit. We kind of need to come to a consensus here. Let me actually do pull-ups real quick. Go do your pull-ups, so. Honestly, I kind of like the idea that Ollie would take a Komodo and import it into Town of Pity. I can see the Komodo. You just import one big lizard and just import it just to have the flashiness to him. So, you know, let me get Komodo. He looks like he has the money for it. Feels like he would just import it. Let me just go open new link. Town went under because you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. We can just go like that. Take that, drag that over. And then I think I can just do 1, 2, 3. Can we get a PNG? Let me see if I can find a PNG of Komodo. And I know I ain't saying the full name right, but yeah, it's fine. I think we don't have to worry too much about it. Let me see. Does that one look better? No, but you know what? Why does that look so... Oh, it's because the foot is off. Hold on. I just need one single PNG. One moment, chat. Let me just bop. Save. There. Let me delete all those real quick. Right there. Putting that over. There we go. Why is that so grainy? I swear, you can try to do something, and then for some reason it just ain't working. I think I know why, as I'm not actually saving the image. Hold on. Let me go save image, drag over. There we go. That's what I want. There we go, chat. Citizens, this big ol' Liz will protect our town and serve as a warning alarm because he's literally so loud. Mayor Ollie probably. Who knows? let me take the Como, bring it on over, and set it like that. Now then, we need to go find Scott, which is right here. Now we got a town sheriff. What is the town sheriff doing up in here? What Pokemon is he wanting? I'm feeling very... It needs to be some type of, like... Pokemon with a little bit of justice to it. Something that works, something that doesn't. I'm feeling very dog-ish. I don't know why. I feel like some... Like a Yamp or a Bull. That's what I'm feeling very dog-like. I'm feeling like... The chef would have a dog. Okay, we're all agreeing on dog-like, but what type of dog is the question? I'm on Team Bolton. Lock and Rock could also work. Ooh, Lock and Rock could really work. The thing with Bolton, it's either between a Lock and Rock or a Bolton. Hold on. You know what? I'll get both. I'll get both of them. And then from there, we can kind of compare the two. For my picks. Out of Velvet. Okay, here's the thing. Are we doing the dusk form or the midday form? Oh, you know, I'll get the other two as well. This is midday. This is dusk. Now let me go on over. This is the Bolt. And then we got midday. And then we got dusk. Now, out of these three Pokemon chat, which one we think kind of fits best to the town sheriff? Team Bolt. I'm fine with a Team Bolt. Any of these three is Red Lock and Rock. That's more orange, but I can kind of feel the Red Lock and Rock as well because it kind of matches more the color into the outfit. Yeah, so we're not doing midday. Nope, that was... It's either between dusk or Bolt. Which one we thinking, chat? Which one we thinking? I feel like one of these two can kind of fit well enough to what we want. Other one, evil one, red. I mean, it kind of fits the vibe though a little bit, don't you think? I'm kind of going with the dusk one, to be honest. You know what? We'll do a simple poll. Hold on. / poll. Which one fits? We got Bolt. We got Dusk. Dusk is the orange one. Bolt is the yellow one. You got 1 minute on the clock, chat. There's your choices. Pick what you want. Entirely up to you. I'm seeing so far it's a 2-4 split between to Dusk. Dusk right now is kind of winning. Yeah, there were 3 forms. There was Midday, Midnight, and Dusk. Midnight's the most evil one. I feel like the Sheriff would have it more of a dust type. A little bit of a Dusk Pokemon. Kind of fits the vibe more, don't you think? And from the looks of it, it's now a 6-2 split. Oh, now we got a 7-2 split. Oh, that's the wrong one. Unfortunately, chat, we're going with the Dusk one. Now we put on my Sheriff right over there. Pull it down. Over. And then take our Dusk. And there we go. Alright. Now we got our next 2. Which I believe, if I look at the order of what these Pokemon were at. Let me see. I believe it went Eloise and Beckemon. Is this a southern accent? It's a southern accent. I'm basically talking like this the entire time, Mason. Pleasure to meet you. So far, wow, yeah, basically. The entire time I'm going to be talking like this for every single time on that SMP server. It's a harsh bunch of different accents, different southern accents, I should say. Bit more, got a little bit of Georgia, Alabama, got a little bit of Appalachians, a little bit of that New Orleans, a little bit of Texas and Tennessee. But I can hold on to this voice the entire time, so I ain't complaining. Oh, let me see. I believe, chat, the next 2 were Beckemon and Super Eloise, if I can recall. If I do recall, it was a Super and a Beck, and it is a Super and a Beckemon. Alright. So then, we'll do for good old Eloise. Now, chat, which one would L pick to their character? What Pokemon would be their partner? I picked Midday. I honestly, I could see that. I could understand that. Honestly, you know what? I'm actually changing my mind a little bit. I didn't think about it. I wasn't too sure. But now that you mention it. Nope, you're not ill. Lock Dusk, still Scott's Pokemon, and honestly, it kind of fitting. Kind of works. Like, out of everything, guys, he's making the picks. Me or Bob, to be honest. There could be low. I'm getting it from everyone, right? Like, I feel like this does fit more the character to Eloise. I just don't feel like Bolton fits as much to Scott. We'll go back through and revise these once we need to. But for now, I think it's alright. Just stay there. Now, good old Beckemon. I feel like a Beckemon's a double. Like, I'm gonna be so honest. I feel like it just fits. Tauros. I could see Tauros as well. I'm like this fits similar to the Tauros vibe, but it kind of also fits more of that sheep vibe with the fur and like very much of the fluff around the outfit. I feel like it's just that kind of works. So we'll keep them nice and simple. Hold on, let me go down here, come right over, not mess this up, cause that'd be bad. Do that, and we got a nice little double. We're back in on. Now we go on to, I believe it was Forsy and Pyro. So let's start with good old Forsy. What is good old Forsy gonna want from us? Because of 1 pixel? I know nothing about Forsy. Well, that's the thing. We aren't trying to base off of the cast. We're not trying to base off of the actual creator. We're trying to base it off of the cast member. Looks like Quagsire Woopa. What about a Clogsire? I could see a Quagsire. What about a Clodsire? Or the Alolan Woopa. Alolan Woopa? Galarian Woopa? Clodfire feels swampy. I mean, yeah, it does, but there's also Quicksand in the West. I wouldn't be surprised. But if we want to go in full desert, something that matches the what could be a Western Pokemon, a good old country Pokemon that when we see it, it has that little bit of blue tint to it. You know what I mean? The little Makatu? What Makatus? I don't remember what that. Shiny. Shiny version of this? What's a shiny? What is a shiny cactus gonna do? What does a shiny cactus look like? What in the world does a shiny cactus look like? We ain't doing a shiny cactus. That no. That ain't no. Shiny cactus ain't Lotad? Lotad. That's a possibility. Oh, what's that other one? What's that? Shinx or Machop? No. I don't know why, but I feel like this blue's more to water. I feel like it's almost like some type of water like line to it. Like the blue very much gives off that water vibe. Is there a water rock type Pokemon? Water ground type? Is there a water rock or water ground type Pokemon? Both? Well, can you give me some answers? Because right now I'm drawing a blank to what they are. Quagsire. True. Quagsire was the first guess and first suggestion. Mudkip. Swampert. Okay, we're not doing. I mean, Forsy could have a Swampert. Would Forsy have a Swampert? Would Forsy be more of a Swampert or a Quagsire type of person based off of this? Gastrodon? Hold on. Wait, Antara, you're cooking right there. That's some good cooking with seasoning. Hold on, chat. Give me one moment. There's a blue version. I feel like it's Marsh Stomp more. And I could see a Marsh Stomp, but just one moment. Like, one second. Where? Gastrodon. Gastrodon to Forcey. If it's not a rock type, but Tamapult could also work. I feel like a Gastrodon works. I might be crazy, chat, but I feel like a Gastrodon kind of fits the vibe. That or a Quagsire, one of those two. Hold on. Which one, chat? Which one fits more the force of it vibe? We got a Gastrodon or Quagsire. Gastrodon's perfect. Quagsire. Yeah, I'm leaning more to the Gastrodon. And Tara, you cooked with that one. Forcey. Going to a party. Have fun. Congrats. Thank you again, Zen. I appreciate it. Have fun. Be safe. We got a force of it with a bit of a Gastrodon. Now then, chat. We got the good old Snick Salesman. Now, I want y'all to find me the most shady looking Pokemon that you can think of, and we're pairing that with Pyro. What is the most shady looking Pokemon, and we're pairing that with Pyrosath? Honchro could work. My Bostiff. Which one's my Bostiff again? My Bostiff, the one that I'm thinking of. Not my Bostiff. That was not it. Hello, Crowafton. Welcome on in. So, I like the Honchkrow idea. Houndoom? Houndoom could also work. The other one I'm kind of getting a vibe for. Well, what was it called? Scrafty? No, not Scrafty. I feel, for some reason, Scrafty could also work. Crocodile could also work. We're getting, for some reason, Pyrosath we all can agree on being with a shady. Like, we can come up with a whole team for Pyrosath right now with how many Pokemon that we got up in here. Pyro could have a Honchkrow, a Houndoom, a Scrafty, a Crocodile, and get like 2 more, and then you got a full team for Pyrosath. But I feel that besides Honchkrow, Pyrosath could also have... Oh, that's not... Oh, no, that is. Wait one moment. Pyrosath could have a Mandibuzz. I feel Pyrosath would have a Mandibuzz as a partner. It just fits, chat. It just fits. And I feel, and I see that this could work. Y'all agree with that one? Y'all agree with Pyrosath could have a Mandibuzz? Yeah. Alright, I'll take it. Y'all, honestly, I feel like all the ones that y'all mentioned as well could fit just as fine. But for now, I feel, and I think, Mandibuzz will just do alright. Let me just quickly bop. But I'm just shifting these guys. No, I need Hold on. I don't need you. That's who I don't need. Okay, I don't need you too. It's gonna shift y'all up one. Only one we made a full team. Well, I mean, I think it's just that Pow gives off that vibe to where we just can look at him and be like, give us the most shaded looking Pokemon. And at that point, we just got this. Because I reckon we all be fine. And I reckon we're just doing pretty alright, don't you think, chat? Alright, next one. We got Owen. What we doing for the soulless eyes of our Western cowboy bandit outlaw over here? The bull Pokemon Tauros? We thinking Tauros. Kept as a god, so like a Stoutland or a Bastiodon. The one with lots of tails. That's a Tauros. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I could see a Tauros. I could also possibly see a an Onyx. Like I could see a Bass. I'm not too sure. Marowak? Marowak could be one. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, but do we do a Lola Marowak or a normal Marowak? Kanto? We're doing the normal one? Normal? Okay. Hold on, let me bring it on over. This isn't like guaranteed. But for now, although into Ghosty, I can understand it. More ground type. It doesn't just have to be ground type, chat. It just has to fit that desert vibe. It needs to fit that western vibe. Doesn't need to be ground. Solrock is also cool. Solrock. Which one was Solrock again? Solrock. Ooh, maybe. I don't know. There needs to be something. It doesn't need to be ground type. You know, let me pull up the options that we have so far that I kind of want to like. Kind of just want to figure out real quick. Alright. We got a Tauros. We got a Marowak. I don't think a Stoutland, and I don't think a Bastiodon. Spearow? I mean, a Spearow could work, actually. I'm not too opposed from picking on Spearow. Doing on-stream for the funsies when I was expecting the accent. Yeah, we just southern accent the entire time. Because I'm going to be doing this accent every time I'm on. It does give like God vibes to a sense. Like I can also welcome on NTSAP. I can understand why you're singing God. But at the same time he doesn't look like a god. Was called Sparrow once. I mean, yeah, true. The thing is, right, I don't know if he's so much of a god, though. Because he's been in a fight, we can tell, but his but his clothes are run down. His clothes are a little bit scuffled. Spiro, then? I mean, we could do a Spiro. Out of these three, which one do we think? Marowak, Tauros, or Spiro? Nocha? Which one's a Nocha? Sometimes I look at a Pokemon words and I'm just like, what does that mean? I like the top two. I mean, yeah. I like the bird idea. I like the sparrow idea. But I also feel like these kind of fit him more. Swallow. Which one is Swallow? Ooh, Swallow seems a bit more too stoic. Top one gives little guy vibes. Let me see. What are we trying to figure out here, chat? What are we trying to put together? Because we need something. Staraptor. Ooh, Staraptor might be a good shout. Like, big bird for Owen kind of does fit. Like, kind of does fit a little bit. Shiny version? I'm not too sure for Shiny Staraptor. I don't... No. I mean... Yeah, it's a bit more too brown, I feel. I definitely do think, Staraptor over the Sparrow. Ooh, I just thought of an idea. I don't know why. Hear me out, chat. Hear me out. Mid tier evolution, because it kind of fits the little bandana vibe. What's that Pokemon's name? That's what it is. Zorua? Sort of, but not really. Oh, wait a moment. I'll wait a moment for ads. I'll wait a moment for the ads to stop on by and pass through. We got 2 minutes on the clock, chat, for ads to be right over. But for those who don't have ads, I'll just put them on screen right now. What do we think of a boot? I don't know. Just the bandana kind of just fits to me. But it's honestly up to y'all, chat. I think just like the look kind of fits the same. It's between, honestly, as long as it never evolves. We're not trying to just talk about Evos, because literally we got Like, it doesn't have to just be Evo. We can do any version of a Pokemon. It doesn't have to be... I feel like it's one of these two. We either go the Staraptor vibe or the Reboot vibe. I could also maybe see a Marowak as a third Pokemon, but... I would say bird. Okay, we can stay with the bird then. We can stay with the bird. I'm fine with either one. I feel like I don't know why. I feel like Owen would just have a bird. Sort of like, because here's the thing, right? Nerdy, if you're still going with like the God-esque vibe, Owen's sending up a bird. But like, scout out the area first. Welcome back. I think we ultimately go with the Staraptor. I do like the idea of his team consisting of like a Staraptor, a Reboot, a Tauros, a Marowak, and like a few others. But for now, I think this pretty much fits the vibe fairly nicely. Alright, next one though. We got Owen's counterpart, Luan. We got Lou. Looks like someone who doesn't stay in one place for a long time, so Flightly Bird kind of fits. Honestly, you do make a good point. You do make a good point. Vulpix. Ooh, that's a good shout. Vulpix is a good shout. Would have a cat in every universe. But being upper class looking more Meowstic or an entity. I mean, I feel like, right? I feel like a Vulpix kind of fits really nicely. A Vulpix or a Ninetales. But a Vulpix seems a bit more on like the nicer side. A little bit more of that like, I did the thing where I did not mean to do that. I need that and I need that. I feel like that fits. Vulpix fits so well with Luan's character. Oh, I just realized we did something, chat. Look at this. Hold on. You ready? Oh, where'd that Vulpix go? Vulpix all the way up there. We need to bring that Vulpix down. Look. So if I make these two bigger, right? And I keep the Vulpix on this side. You know how Luan's looking to the left? Like the Vulpix is looking to the left? Let me just... pull this. You speak in the voice so much, you stuck speaking like this. It's probably gonna happen, unfortunately. Like, genuinely. Most likely gonna fit into this way. But like, look what we did. We pair the two together. Oh, and the Luan look towards each other. It's the same way for... Can I actually get this right? Please and thank you. The Staraptor and the Vulpix also look towards the same directions, and we somehow did this. I don't know how we got this to this point, but we did. Also, howdy, Shub. Welcome on in. Cinema is cinema. Now let me put all this back. But yeah, I do feel like instantly, who instantly suggested the Vulpix? The Onion Basket, honestly a cook. Like, that was a full instant success that you just suggested right there. I'm gonna take on a Vulpix. Like I could just see the Vulpix sitting in Luann's lap, like taking a photo with the Vulpix. I could fully see it. I could fully see it. Hold on, chat. Let me switch. Let me switch over screen real quick. I need to check something. All right, we're good. We're all good. I thought something bugged out on my other monitor. It was just a weird little visual thing. So all good, all good. All right, though. The next characters that we have are good old. That's not those two. Not you. Not me. What are they? Did they really get? They really got tossed up all the way up here. I'm gonna bring these two down. Bottom. There we go. First on up, we got Mythical Just Sausage. Now, what is Sausage gonna be doing for his partner? What is Sausage's partner in crime? And if I'm a Decidueye Samurai, but a little more to Suian Decidueye for Sausage? I mean, I could see it. I just need to make sure I can spell it right. I mean, it kind of does fit. You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. Bizarre has a quiver. You're not wrong. Gives Lucario vibes because Outlaw, Blue and Speedy Dangerous. I can see that. I can see. What's the Decidueye Shiner colors? That's right. It goes back more to that green pattern, which kind of fits more of the sauce, like the sausage vibe. One moment. Let me see if I can pull up an image real quick. Man, this size just never gives you what you want. I mean, I can kind of see the coloring. Halucha? I could see that as well. I could see a Halucha. I could. One moment. Chat, let me make sure I can spell that right. Ooh. I know we want the bird theme here. Which one we thinking? I'm kind of fitting more to the Hisuian Decidueye, but I definitely could see him also running Halucha. Shiny Decidueye? I mean, I like the Shiny Decidueye. The issue is I can't find a proper PNG of Shiny Decidueye. Hold on one moment. Think I just got what I needed. I need this. Which means what I need to do is take this and crop a bit of it. What did I just do? I cropped everything when I didn't need to crop everything. Perfect color to match. I mean, it would be a perfect color to match. Because, like, the Alolan's all black and white, and, like, Genuine. Oh, why don't we just do shiny, just normal Decidueye? Okay, to be fair, I kind of understand why we're doing it this one, but I understand why the colors aren't the same. But the shiny normal Decidueye would have matched the colors very nicely. Let me see if I can actually pull this off real quick. If I just take a standard magic eraser. Yeah, let's just let him do a spot object. Do that, thank you very much. And then we just take that, and then we just make this a really big eraser tool. Too big. And we just brush it all out. Honestly, chat, I feel like that works. Could be more camouflage. Yeah, I feel like we kind of stay. It matches the vibe. I feel like the color palette's the closest. We got our shiny Pokemon in there. So we will just add good old sausage to the mix. That's all it's going to take. I'm going to bring them on over. Going to take you and then make sure I can just clean up any other little loose ends that I got. There we go. And then just bring you on down. Put you right over. Wonderful. Perfect. I can probably make y'all a little bit bigger. And if y'all make y'all, you need to make that. I need just you, and I need to scale you up. What? Is that really the end? Oh, it is the end. I gotta start back from the beginning. There we go. All right. On to our next one. And we got another bit of an entertainer. We got Gracie. Now, what is Gracie gonna have as their Pokemon? What does she get? What does she have? What we thinking, chat? What we thinking? Gramble? Out of everyone, Gracie feels like she'd have a fairy. Gracie would feel like she would have a fairy type. Okay, who? Lunatone. Wait, hold on. I know I said we wouldn't do any mythical Pokemon. But I thought about this one last night. It was Meloetta. More specifically, the red version of Meloetta. And to be fair, Meloetta is a normal psychic, normal fighting type. I feel like that kind of matches. The singer, dancer, entertainer. But I also understand for fairy type Pokemon. Like, what Pokemon could we do that's a fairy type? Ooh, would also I also could feel like maybe Gracie has like a Sylveon or like a Dashbun maybe. Nah, fits the color scheme, but to me feels out of place for a small town. Florges, that's the other one I'm thinking. Maybe like a Florges for or a Floette. I do feel like possibly a Floette. Because it does keep similar to the color scheme in some way. Let me just save that real quick and put it on over so we can see. Like, I feel like one of these two fits the theme. It feels out of place for a small town. I just found the funniest picture. Is it themed to Pokemon? Because that would be pretty funny. Like, Meloetta, but here's the thing, right? Gracie's also coming from out of town. So if Gracie is a traveling person, then does, like we said, assume entertainment in some way. What, Coco? But in Discord media? Let me see. Honestly, yeah, like, I'm gonna save that image real quick, and I'm just gonna, where did that, hello? There we go. Kind of funny how how coincidental that is, having the same style of black red outfit to a Sylveon right next to what we just said. Kind of funny right there. I think Sylveon just swept. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like a Sylveon could also work. I feel like a Sylveon just kind of fits. Looking for a type Pokemon? I don't know. It just fits for some reason. Alright, let me get them all out. I'm gonna put on Sylveon. Like, we don't need to always fit to the color scheme of the character. But how much of a coincidence that is, kind of just fit in the theme. The show instead of the PNG. Fine. You know what? What I'll do, right, is I'll do this, and then I'll have Sylveon on top. Just to give reference to what we're talking about here, because that's kind of crazy. All right, though. Next group of individuals that we got, I believe it is. We got a good old Cherify. And Apokuna. So we're gonna start with Cherify. What's Cherify thinking? And I kind of had an idea for what we were wanting, what I had for Cherify. Houndoom. I could see Houndoom, yes, but also I also feel like Cherify could have a Flareon. What are we thinking? Like, Cherify needs a fire type, of course. Like, that ain't too much of a difference. But I also feel like Cher is a carnivore. Delphox. I could see a Delphox. I don't know. I feel like Cher would have some type of dog-like Pokemon that is feisty. A bit more of that fur. Or some of that fur type Pokemon. Arcanine. Arcanine, Arcanine. Honestly, right? Yeah, me, she grew up well off, so her parents got a dog as a god, gave her a hound. Now they're Class A bullies. Incineroar. No to the Incineroar. I like the idea of Arcanine, right? I like the idea of Arcanine in the sense that instead of a horse, Cherry rides the Arcanine. Because Arcanine are big, big Pokemon. Like an Arcanine's height is 6'3" in height. So like, I feel like, and you said like goddess Pokemon. They're that big. Yeah, the height is 6'3", and it's probably 6'3" up in length. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if Cherryfire rode Arcanine instead of a horse. They're big. Literally in the intro, in like the OG Pokemon introductory, like intro OST, Ash is riding an Arcanine. So like, I can see it. I can see the joy of. But now we go on to the other Apo Kuna, and we already established Apo is Mareep / Flaffy. Like we already established this one. Flaffy or Mareep? Hold on, are we going Flaffy or are we going Mareep? Thoughts on a Sooner Arcana? That too? I think that's a bit too much. Teacher class has a Flaffy, hands out papers to the students. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll go with the Flaffy. There we go, and let me just size them all up. Nice and easy. Similar color scheme too. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That is fair. All right. After those two, we got good old. I don't. It's not me and Shep. It is where are they? It's Rendog in full symmetry. So we'll start with the priest. Good old Ren. What would be the church Pokemon? What would be the Pokemon that hangs out with the priest? Ends with the good old pastor. Dusknoir? It's not his. It just lives in the cemetery and is the only person it trusts. I could see that. Honestly, I could see a ghost-like Pokemon hanging around Rendog. What's a good ghost Pokemon, chat? I'm kind of digging the Dusknoir vibe, but like, what else is a good Pokemon? What about maybe a Mischievous? Banat? I could see either a Dusknoir or like or Mischievous. Mimikyu counts as a mythical as no, Mimikyu I think would be fine. I think Mimikyu would be fine. Miss Magius. Yeah, I feel like having something like, ooh, what about a chandelier? Chandelier gives off that Western like lantern-esque vibe. Phantom, Trevenant, yeah, I could see the little tree guy that lives in the church and only comes out at night. Feels good. That's what I'm thinking. Like the chandelier is the Pokemon that's in the church. I liked the ghost idea, and a lot of and honestly, I think we kind of fit the theme in right. That like in this town, Ren would be the entire ghost team. Ren Dog would have a whole ghost team. I, f- I feel we kind of just made that connection though, and that's our little headcanon. We're gonna have to slide all these over. On them all over to the right. All right. Now then, we got our next individual, a false. What is good old false Pokemon? I feel like false would have some like. I feel like false would have a bipedal Pokemon. Pokemon has like standing up on two legs. Shuckle, Sandslash. Mm-hmm. I could see a Sandslash. I could see it. But I feel like false has like a bipedal Pokemon. I don't know why. Something that stands and walks around on two legs. Feel flying type for. I could also see flying type. Yeah, I could see another bird. I could see a bird. Let me see. Let me see. You know what? Let's get up more flying type Pokemon. What type of flying type Pokemon do we have? Give bird, but I don't know if it's a bird. Pidgeot? Ooh, Pidgeot could work. Vibrava also could work. Ooh. Hmm. Tassels give off the feather vibes too. They do. They do. Honest, I do like that. I like the Pidgeot idea. Oh, look, it's the person I predicted it to be in Cowboys. No, you predicted cowboy mumbo jumbo. I am a boss of regret. That's two different type of people. Welcome on in, Spell. I did not want you. I was on that. I thought you were in that VC for some reason, Spare. Oh wait, no. You stopped by in chat and they said hello to you when they were all in that VC. That's what it was. They mentioned you. Chat mentioned you, and that's why I thought you were in VC. That's why. But welcome on in. We're just assigning partner Pokemon to each cowboy. And for false, we're getting Pidgeot. Chat is just silly. Chat is just very silly. Listen to character and cowboy. It'll be fun. I'm excited. I think all of y'all are gonna enjoy the little character that I have in mind. There we go. All right, and now I can't say anything on this. Well, no, I can. I'm after. Well, I'll go right after. What are we doing for Shep? What are we doing for Shepperton? What is Shep's character? What Pokemon? Linen? I could see a Linen possibly. I could see that. I could definitely see a Linen. Ooh, do we go Galarian Linen though? What do we go normal? Ooh, Absol. I could also see Absol. Growlithe Box / Galabiz harmless. I could see a Linen. I definitely could see a Linen. Oh, I might want to make some final changes up in here. Afterwards, we go through this. This character's a bit of an outlaw. The character's a bit of an outlaw. Yeah, I could see Absol then. An outlaw into SM. Yes, outlaws in this Minecraft Cowboy SMP. Can't believe it. But yeah, no, I definitely could see an Absol. I feel like we need a darker tone though. Like, I can see the vibe. Like, I can understand the feeling. But I feel like that coat needs to be dark. Umbreon. Ooh, honestly, that's a shout. A good old what if we get the Houndoom? Wait, I'm waiting. I'm holding. Yeah, Umbreon just fits the character too good. Be the best one here. Mariana might also, honestly, you're not wrong there. Hold on, Mariana might also fit. Oh, yeah. You know, for a bit more of that ruggedness that Shep's going with the character right now, I gotta go with the Mariana. It's a good match, that's for sure. Umbreon is a bit too sleek for it. All right, though. Now I can't say anything for this part because it is now me, and I can't make any biases up in here. So, chat, this one's all you. What y'all thinking for me? Because I did not think once of what I would be. I don't know what you all would want, but you have some base idea. You have some ideas. My character likes explosions, likes making them, likes crafting them. Based off Heatmore? I could possibly see Heatmore. But for you, I picked Tutanor because it's a blast proof. And we use it for a walk to blast proof wall. Right now is Sap. I would say Rapidash just because of the horse. That's quite funny. Needs to have Explode as a learnable move. Turtonator. I could see Turtonator. I could see Rapidash. Rapidash would be very, very funny. Would be very funny. But I could also see Turtonator. What's the other fire foe guy? Fire foe. What be my foe? What other foe guy? Delphox. I don't think it would be more Delphox too. No man, Delphox, alchemy, magic, crafting stuff. I could see a Delphox. I could understand why you would want to say Delphox. Or just a Talonflame would. Talonflame would be cool. Final dies one Tornado, and that's my reasoning. Honestly, you're saying, right? Just for context, I think we find a better one. Like I can see the fun. I feel like if Tornado would be on my team, if I had a full team of 6, but I feel like there's a better option for this character. I find it funny. What if Incineroar 5K? Incineroar? I don't know about Incineroar. I'm not too for Incineroar. Hmm. Yeah, Karkle could work. But again, my character isn't so much about the coal and the mining process. I'll just say that now. He just used charcoal for what he wants to make. Because like I said, chat, when you mix saltpeter, gunpowder, and sulfur, you get one explosion that can shoot lead and break stone or steel. Typhlosion. Do we have a multi shot? So the rules are we aren't doing any legendaries, and we're trying not to do any type of mythicals. If we need to do a mythical, we can, because we almost gave Gracie a mythical as like Meloetta. But no legendaries. Trying to keep it as close to Western theme as possible. Trying to keep it more to that Quilava. I could see a Typhlosion or Quilava. I could see it. Huh. One with volcanoes. Oh, on its back. Camerupt? No, not too much Camerupt. I could see Typhlosion. Typhlosion could work. That does feel like something that would fit. Torkoal. Torkoal could also work. But I want to kind of emphasis on like the. So here's the thing, chat. With my character, since I know my character, Macago, pull up a Rapidash for funnies. Hold on, I'll pull up the Rapidash. The thing with my character, right, is that we want to pull up an emphasis on kind of making the TNT. Using the TNT, the explosion factor. Right, you want that one hell of a blast type of feel, if you know what I mean. A little bit more of that explosive type of vibe. Totally. Again, I feel like Tornado, but I also feel like Tornado doesn't fit that Western vibe as much. Wait and tired. Like, I'm kind of liking the Typhlosion. Yeah, Sparrow meant Camerupt, which like I could see a Camerupt, but at the same time, not really, because I feel like Camerupt isn't as much a volcano as you're thinking it is when you look at it. Looks way too docile. The Mega version, yes. The normal version ain't that much. Because I'm looking at it right now and it's not that great. The Mega version, Mega Camerupt, yes. It is Heatmore. Heatmore. Which one's Heatmore? Oh, maybe. I mean, Heatmore's more of the Anteater. Quilava, cool boom effect, though. Quilava... The thing is, I like the Quilava idea. Right? But at that point, I would just evolve it into a, Typhlosion. Because Typhlosion gets more off of that Valorant can learn Explosion. What Pokemon can learn Explosion? Actually, let me look this up. Explosion. What Pokemon can learn Explosion? Alright, chat. I'm going to name off every single Pokemon that can... There's actually a lot of Pokemon that can learn Explosion. Okay, I'm not naming off every single Pokemon that can learn Explosion. That's way too many. Which one was Emboar? Do 5 types that can? Emboar's too much. You have a monster. It feels like you have a monster of a Pokemon. Waiting. Like I'm kind of vibing with the Typhlosion. I'm kind of vibing with the Turtonator. We just need to figure out which one we want to pick. Volcanion is a legendary / mythical. We can't do that. Color-wise, Pyro. Yeah. Each person. Name a Pokemon for them. After name the Pokemon? No, we're not going to name them. We're just going to keep them as is for now. I feel like we kind of go with Turtonator. Because it does give more of that, that vibe for like it. And Turtonator does learn Explosion as well. Oh, means recap? Oh yeah, I can recap. I can recap all of them. We're also going to do one final look over all of them. After we're done, yeah. How did... Fire in the hole and kaboom. Basically, yeah. Also, Turtonator can learn Explosion. Typhlosion can't learn Explosion. Even though its attacks can create explosions, so much of Turtonator is that it can actually learn Explosion. And I feel like that kind of works. I did not realize Turtonator's a fire dragon type. Wait, you gave me one of my faves? Oh, well, yeah, we picked with Mariana. It kind of fitted that ruggedness vibe of yours. And we were like, you know what, that works. That was too busy for this. Alright, we got one more, technically 2 more. We don't know who this mystery man is. Or woman, or individual. That and Houndoom. We thought about Houndoom as well. But we now just got Martin. What are we picking for Martin? Because we need some character for Martin. We need some Pokemon. Because Larvitar? Ooh, Larvitar could work. Ooh. Something sneaky, something mischievous. Like Solus. Seviper? Seviper could work. A snake-like Pokemon. Hello, Redog. Welcome on in. Howdy. How are you doing? But yeah, Chad, at that point, I really don't know who we pick else. The accent, yep, we've been doing this accent for over an hour now. It's almost been about 2 hours at this point. I do feel like, though, we kind of need to fit something for Martin. I do like the Lavatar vibe, though. It does fit. Can we get Martin Growlithe instead of Cherry? No, the reason why we picked Arcanine for... So here's the thing. We can go Arcanine for Martin, but I feel like we gotta go Flareon then for Cherry. I feel like if this is here, then I need Flareon. Kind of sound British. It's not so much the British accent, it's the Southern accent. And to some degree. I've been doing this for like 2 hours now at this point. And I've been kind of just letting it a bit more loose and draw. Why is Shep a furry Pokemon? Shep is just a Mariana. It fits the vibe. What is that Flareon? That's that Flareon. Like, we can do it this way. Right? But dang, it's legendary. That's the unfortunate part. Gonna use for the entire this accent gonna be used the entirety of the SMP. The benefit of this accent, and I'll say this now, is I've had Southern people help me figure this accent out, and they say that it pulls off as being Southern. I say how I'm doing since Chess looks like an outlaw, and constantly saying how much you love steak. We can go Houndoom. But I feel like it's also... It doesn't fit that pinkness vibe as well, though, with Houndoom. Houndoom feels a bit too rugged. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't really fit the vibe of Cherify. Like, I could see a Houndoom. But I also feel like a Flareon kind of fits, though. T-shaded for Arcanine? No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like Arcanine just fits with Chera too much. See, like... I fully think Arcanine goes here. I fully think Arcanine just goes with Cherify. Martin feels like he needs a shaded Pokemon. Martin feels like he needs something. But yes, to go back to answer your question, Redox, this accent going to be used the entire time. Every single day I'm on that SMP, even when I'm recording or am I not, I'm saying this character voice the entire time. Survivor? Or Honchkrow? Honchkrow could work. Ooh, I kind of like the idea of a Honchkrow. Honestly, the vibe of Honchkrow just staring at you kind of fits the vibe of Martin staring at you in the poster. The hat matches too. The hat does match too. Like if we zoom in on this, they're both just staring at you. They're both just staring. Survivor and chat sees what I'm talking about. We can go Survivor. I'll pick up the Survivor. Don't you worry, Nettie. No, I'll grab on that Survivor. Survivor also can work, because Survivor also is just staring. It is just staring. That's a big snack. I feel like he had both of these on his team, if I'm so honest with you. So, chat, which one of these southern Pokemon do you think that we can kind of fit for Martin? Which one we picking out here? Which one we choosing? Honchkrow or Savapa? Just looks at those solar star eyes. The crow? The snake? Snake? I guess we're going with the snake, because maybe we're leaning towards snake. And there we have it, chat. That's but we got one more. And now Kling Klang from we now got our unknown user. Can we please do an unknown? Honestly, you know what? Just for the funnies, we'll do an unknown. We'll do a good old unknown Pokemon. A Shocklock? There is a Shocklock Pokemon for reasons. There is a Sharpedo. Yeah. Sharpedo. Let me save you. Put you on over. Give that little bit of that unknown Pokemon to you. I wish the Onmods have Foolish on their list, and that would work. Oh, you know what? That works, Sparrow. That good old works. Huh? Wait, I'm waiting. That's a really good shout. I mean, that could work. Show the unknown question. No, that's what I'm trying to find. Is there a question mark? Oh, there is a question mark. That's what I was wanting. I was trying to get the question mark one. It just wasn't appearing for me. I had to search up the actual question mark. Now there we go. Now then, chat. I think that will be fine for now. What we all thinking? So we got our Mayor with the Komodo. We got Scott with the Bolton, which I still feel like we can do something better than the Bolton. We got Elle with Lycanroc Dusk Form. We got Beckymon with Dubwool. We got Forsey with Gastrodon. We got Pyro with what's that? Why am I forgetting the vulture name Pokemon? Mandibuzz. That's what it is. Mandibuzz. Hound. I feel like Houndoom's too much. Like, you need more of a villainous character. Like, Houndoom can fit with Shep. But I feel like Mightyena is a better fit. I feel like, though, just one... I want y'all's opinion on this, chat. Instead of Mandibuzz, what if... Obstagoon with Pyrosath? I feel like an Obstagoon's a better fit. I'd say a Honchkrow. I feel like Honchkrow is a bit too much. You kind of have that like craziness to Pyro. It's either one of these two. If it feels too bully rather than swindler. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I can see that. I can understand that. Stoutland for Scott actually might be a good pick. Stoutland might be a really good pick. Hold on. Big old chef dog. Stoutland for Scott. I feel like a Stoutland could work. $100%. That yeah, I feel like that's just a good old working. Let me see if I can. There you are. There we go. We're forcing the gas on. That's how we're going through everything, chat. That's how we're trying to figure out what we want and what we're needing. Trying to make sure that everything that we have is solely fine. But I feel like we're good with these four. I feel like Pyro's fine. I feel like Owen's good. I feel like Luann's good. Forsey, what are you thinking for Gastrodon? I like the idea of Gastrodon. Well, we need something, chat. Mezes, thank you for the sub for a total of 10 months. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Look up too strong to get a good color, but I'm not sure if it's too southern though. It is a southern accent. What are we thinking though for Quag's Eye? We're thinking Quagsire, we're thinking Gastrodon. We can switch up this Pokemon, chat. We just need something for it. And y'all tell me what that sun is, because I can't think of anything else right now. Don't know. I feel like we keep Gastrodon. I feel like we keep the Gastrodon there. I did not see. Did no one just drop a tweet? Hold on, chat. We might just be changing our opinion on what Owen is. Got a minute and a half video. One moment, chat. What we seeing around here? I'm gonna pause the music real quick. This might just give us a little more insight to what we can. Thoughts on Totodile might be a shout. Armatite might be a shout. Hold on. One moment, chat. I don't know if this. Hold on, I don't know if this music's copyright or not. So, well, no, ain't right by him. Anytime. Yeah, I don't really know if it is. There is a sniper rifle. Okay, whoever said Owen was a bodyguard. Bunny. Wait, what about? Hold on, I'm gonna. Bunny. But what? He is a god. He definitely is a god. Okay, there's still. Oh, well, now we got good old Bonin of a town. I'm gonna have to rewatch this with the music off the stream just to see what I actually think of this. But okay, I see it. I understand. Which is basically tomorrow, chat. Good to know. To ask why Bunny. I think you might have like talked about it there. Okay, I think Star Raptor then just fits. Because literally, right? We just witnessed a point where Luen was about to get shot. And in Eyes in the Sky, Owen was watching over her. I think like Star Raptor just fits so good there. Alright. I feel like we can pick something a little bit different. Also, I'm turning this back down real quick in one moment. Put back on that Western music that I have. And let us see what we got. So what y'all was saying, Almanite. Almanite might be. Honestly, this might be a better shot. It's a fossil. Water ground. What we thinking? Shot an Almanite for 4C? I gotta scroll back down to y'all. As long as it's not Alma Star, yeah. Maybe. I feel like it could work. Feel like we're failing Fossey a bit, but he's just a guy energy. That's what I'm saying. We don't know much about Fossey. Like, well, we Munchlax. Honest? Do we just do? Do we do a Munch? I kind of like the idea of Munchlax. Yeah. Honest, I'm not saying no to Munchlax. I feel like a Munchlax would kind of work. Snow. No, that's not. That's a Snorlax. I want a Munchlax. He is just a guy. Kind of like a Munchlax idea, chat. Munchlax kind of fit. You just realized something about Owen video? And what that might be. While we wait on Antares typing, I feel like Mandibuzz looks for Pyro. Staraptor definitely looks for Owen now. Vulpix looks for Luan. We got Hisuian Deciduous Sausage. This was just a coincidence that kind of just worked out for us because we're gonna pick. Didn't I say that his and Luann's names are wrong? Maybe Bunny is the name of one of them goes by. That might be. That might just be it. Bunny is Owen's name, isn't it? It could be. Could be Bunny. Yeah, the names of the announcements. Bunny is the character, I thought. It is Owen's name indeed. Well, then there we go, chat. Owen is now Bunny. We got Sylveon for Gracie. We got Arcanine for Cherry. We got Flaffy for Apple. We got Chandelure for Ren. We got Pidgeot for False. We got Mariana for Shup. We got Turtonator for me. We got Seviper for Bond. And we got a good unknown for an unknown. And that's where we're going to stop for this one. What we think, chat? We think we all did good? We'll come together for it? I think y'all did pretty well. Can we change Owen's Pokemon to Reboot? I like it. I mean, we could. We could change it to Reboot. But I feel like Owen would also just have a Staraptor on him. Genuinely, I felt Reboot just because of the Scoff originally. Like, I literally suggested having Reboot down for Owen just because of the Scoff and the vibe. But I feel like a Staraptor also just works. But it can never evolve. Just a name switch. Yeah, that's the thing. And then goes into a Cinderace. And a Cinderace really ain't that much of that vibe to what Bunny is. I like this, chat. I like this a lot. Now, we're not done for today. We're still going to be going on for a little bit more. I'm actually going to do some MCCI Island. 5-2 tough if you get me. Yeah, Cinderace is a little 5-2 from it. Also, Cinderace doesn't feel as Western. Raboot is way more cold. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Now then. I'm going to... we're going to save that. That is just a Pokemon list. TSD. Wonderful there. Gonna leave that up. Now I'm going to open up some... What is it called? The Minecraft. A little bit of Island. Because I got like 5 more tug tosses I got to do and then I'm done. And since we're done talking about the good old country western, I think I can also give myself a break and actually talk in my normal voice now. No, not for the non cowboy stuff. I'll post the list on Twitter. Yes, yeah. Hello, chat. For those who came in when I was doing the entirety of the cowboy accent, this is what I actually sound. Hello. What did that say? It's okay. Welcome back, non-cowboy abolish. Whew. I'm glad I can talk that long, because I've been basically speaking in that accent for 2 hours while I'm off to bed. Good night, Sparrow. Thank you for stopping on by, and thank you for the luck. It will be fun tomorrow. We'll still keep the cowboy music. Actually, we'll probably go back to the techno music. Just to fit more of the vibe. Give me one moment. There you go. Whew. What do y'all think of the voice chat? What do y'all think of it? It just occurred to me that some people are going to find you for the first time thinking that's your default voice. Yep. Basically. It's going to be funny. It's going to be very, very fun. So the funny part about that voice chat is, like, it allows me to fluctuate my, like, tone of speech way more when I'm in this, like, the southern accent. Just made the point that gave Owen the name Bunny when he was first assigned to the project here when they were younger, and she might be cooking. Honestly, I could see that. I could so see that connection. Has no idea about accents. Like, that's the whole thing. So I've gotten approval from people that are southern. So I'm not, like, too concerned. No, it's low. I need tongue toss. I hate all this, like, randomness of playing XYZ and waiting. Why do people just not play tug toss? I need tug toss, please. I still don't hear much of a difference from the Western Ski. So there is a difference. I'm just ignoring the NPC and the Reddit too much. I think that's why. There is a difference because when I did the thanks. When I did the Western intro, I didn't do an accent. I did an accent, but it wasn't an accent. All I did was I just dropped my voice and I went like, "Howdy, y'all," which isn't the exact same of like saying in like the Southern "Howdy, y'all." It's a similar tonality, but there's a difference in fluctuation that sounds more Southern to one to another. Like when I said bandits, I was like bandits. You have to change some of the lettering. Chat, call everyone. Chat, flood the lobby and throw so I can just win 5 games in a row, please. I've been struggling with this. Like, I just need 5 more, and then I'm done with Tug Toss. Like, I just literally need 5 more wins. I was doing it last night, got to 5 more, and then I'm like, I could do them, but I didn't want to, so I stopped. I probably should have kept going, but oh well. It is crazy, though. Like, it's very crazy. Alright, lock in. Everyone be nice to me, please. Great, we got some sweats in here. Yay, I hate this. So much. Oh, and it's low grab? Ugh. Can we stop punching people, please? Like... Oh, I missed. Are you kidding me? The low grab literally clipped my foot? My foot is what clipped the low grab. That is so dumb. Like, how does my foot clip the corner of a block for that not to actually go anywhere? That is rough. Oh my goodness. Name is that's so crazy. Really do hate how I fell there. Could have easily got a first place. It's warm-up game, it's fine. was already dang, okay. Okay, cool. You are Mentrical, honestly, prioritize your life better. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say that now. Prioritize your life better instead of just randomly punching people. Where did green go? Oh, green went on the outside. Oh, because then you don't have to worry about bridge. Oh. That's actually clever, going on the outer edge. Yeah, and then clip, run, clip, up, up. I think I could have been a little bit faster than them, but like overall, because then you just, yeah, go across. I got punched twice. Yeah, people are toxic in Tug Toss. It's really bad. Hey, TNT time. I messed that up. I got first, but I don't think it matters too much because people are going to start switching places with me. Yeah, happy. If happy was just a little bit slower, I would have gotten first. Or actually, if I didn't get punched, I might have gotten first. Man, that 7th place is rough because I would have actually gotten first if I placed any higher. Zero grav? Maybe? No? Darn. I just need 5 wins. Okay, whoever punched me again, honestly, get your priorities straight. It's not that serious. It's not MCC. Yeah, like, if you punch in Tug Toss, and like, sure, you're just trying to get to a better position, I get that, but right off the start, there's no point. There's genuinely no point. You're just being toxic at that point. I'm trying to go on the outer edge. What? Okay, people just start digging through the entire building now. Oh, it's Minecrafter Block. Yeah, the sweat who just only plays this game. I forgot. That's all they play is just Tug Toss. And that's just called connection difference because I punched first. To add to people ruining your life. See, I'm just trying to get to where I don't have to deal with sweats. That's all I'm wanting, is just not deal with, like, Minecraft Island sweats who only play one specific game mode for no reason. You won't, that's crazy. Honestly, I'm not going to win this one, so I'm just going to do something silly. Oh yeah. Oh, it's crumbling blocks. I forgot. You can't... Okay, well. Hold on. Probably get to go past it. Yeah, there's just a silly pathway you can go by you going up on the side. That's kind of ridiculous. It's just a silly pathway. Nope. Can I... You cannot queue, you're still... What do you mean I'm still in game? Oh, I randomly got quit out of the game. That's cool. No, I'm just gonna see where this guy goes. I just want to see this. That's honestly insane. That's actually crazy. That people take the time out of their day to find this. So it's literally from top over, jump down. Hello, Mystic Way. Down, land on the brick, go to this corner area, and then just mine inwards. That is the most... I'm sorry. That is genuinely... Oh, cool. Whoever punched me again. I'm just gonna say this now. Low grav's a terrible modifier. What I just saw. Oh yeah, no. That's the first time I've witnessed that as well. Like, no idea how anyone just stumbles across that without recreating the map or like going into spectator and then just flying around finding it. Oh, early bird. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm still 7th place. I got punched, so I got put down to 11th. Huh. Okay, well. I'm waiting a second because I don't want to keep getting queued into those lobbies with them. Like, I just need 5 more. I just need 5 more wins, chat. That's all I need. I'll go a little bit longer, but then I'm gonna stop and call it there for stream. I'll just do it offline. And yes, I'll be turning my cowboy POVs into YouTube videos. So I plan... The goal is basically to make 1 video based off of each week. So there's not going to be 1 video each week, but 1 video based off of what the events happened for those weeks. So that is the goal. We can't throw. It's not even like... It's the problem you just, like, you get queued in with just people that only play Island. And nothing else besides, like, Tug Toss for some unknown... Oh, look, it's May. For some forsaken reason. And they only play Tug Toss. It doesn't matter if 20% are throwing, simply because of the fact... Hey, mate. Okay. Why are you... Oh my gosh. It doesn't matter if people are throwing, you need people to be... that are the sweats to not be in the lobby. Because they only play Tug Toss. And that's all they play. Or they only play Island, and that's what they do every single day. So it... No, plobbies don't count. Guys, I hate low grab. No one likes low grab. Low grab is bad. Also, I am Jin. Thank you for the follow. Well, come on in. I hate it. Yeah, no, low grab's not a good modifier. Oh, I missed it. It's usually on the left side. Oh, there is one on the left side. I just was not paying attention. And I fell. There are different modifiers that Arena 1. One of them is not being able to get early bird early. Because it basically means you miss every other bird that's in this game. Yeah, I might just have to do these offline, unfortunately. Also insults? Yeah, of course. You gotta feel bad for them. Because their only escape in real life is to go into this one and then just be mean to other people. And which is rough, because it means they're having a really hard time IRL. I missed that jump. I'm gonna take this guy's pathing. Because again, this is what I mean. All they do is just play this game mode so they know exactly what line to take perfectly. I don't play tug toss like this. So it's like, why are you still playing this when you have everything done already? Like, I understand finding a line, but my gosh. Redux are below. People call me bad. It makes no you're playing Minecraft. Like, why? Oh, of course it was a mod. That makes sense that a mod would be knowing a perfect line for this game. As if I don't know. They hit me at least 15 times. Yeah, it doesn't... Like, punching does nothing in this game. It really doesn't. It's just a boring excuse to be like, oh, it's funny. No, just get your priorities better for the game. And I'll always say, it's funny when creators do it to each other in the event, because they know each other roughly. When it's a random person online, you're just being weird and toxic. Unless you know the person, just don't punch them. The only time you want to really punch someone is like if you need the win and you're almost going to get first. And it's like right at the end, sure. But if you're just punching for the sake of punching people and you're always getting last place, don't do it. This is coming from someone who does punch when I need to. Oh yeah, it's this map. Let's see if I can remember this. Is there a way when you're trying to go, or if there is a way, or if they're in your way, you're trying to, yeah, like if they're in your way and they're just blocking a path and they aren't doing anything, you can punch them. But like everything else, why? You know? How'd I? That is such a stupid pathing. That is such a stupid pathing. That literally skips everything else. Can I just get one more? Can I just get one win today? Like one win on stream, then I can get the other 4 off stream. I don't care. I just want one win. Please, game, please. No. See, now May is praying for my downfall, which is crazy. Like, that's insane. May just prays for my downfall 24/7. That's wild. Like, chat, you witnessed this? Game? Hello? Game. I literally left-clicked, my ping didn't register on the chicken, and then it just doesn't... Okay. Server just hates me at this point. Like, I'm spam clicking left-click. Like, that's insane. As if you don't do that all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never prayed or said anything of your downfall once. From punching it said too much. Well, yeah, that happens. Oh, slapstick. I've never been in that map. Yeah, it happens. Cool. Love how... Okay, cool. Game, I don't know how how these blocks are now made of ice and I slide. Love that. Thank you. Don't know how that happens. I hate the slapstick modifier. It's so bad. There's... What is this lobby? Yeah, I'm done after this game. There's too many constant sweats who only play Tug Toss. And I've just played this game every single day of the week. Like, genuinely ridiculous. Well, game. I forgot to queue up. It's fine. I'm gonna be done after this game. I'm not gonna go through the mental struggle of trying to stay streaming while playing Tug Toss. I'll just go through the mental struggle offline. Well, okay. Weird. Took 3 people into the void last map and got 4th. I was Thank you, game, for people having better ping connection than me, apparently. Kind of crazy. Dude, why do you punch people? Literally, instead of toxin, the person needs to just be toxic. Gradual toxic. That's what their name should be. Like, why are you just randomly punching people? And now I'm just throwing. Hey, hater, Tug Toss is not fun. Tug Toss is one of the worst games on Island, and I'll say that as it is. I love Tug Toss to watch, and I love it in the event. It's one of the worst games on Island. Because of just how sweaty and toxic people are in this game. You cannot have a good, fun experience unless you are first and not dealing with anyone. I wish they let plobbies count towards things. I wish they would too. I genuinely wish they would, because then I wouldn't have to deal with 24/7 sweats who only play one specific game. Like it's COD or Fortnite. It's just rough. Like, the thing is, I'm trying to have fun on stream, right? Like, enjoy fun, enjoy stream, like, be entertaining. You can't be fun and entertaining when playing Tug Toss, unless you're intentionally throwing. But it is what it is. I'll just finish the last 5 off stream today, later tonight. I'll just wait in queues until I can. But with that being said, chat, we are going to call it there for today. That was fun. It was fun. It was enjoyable. Everything up until Tug Toss was wonderful. Y'all have been great. Y'all have been amazing. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Cowboy SMP. Y'all get to finally see my character and everything that he has to do with. Like, this is devastating. It is what it is. We just kept going? No, because I have to finish other things. But with that being said, chat, thank you all. You all have been wonderful, and I will see you all later. Let's raid into someone, and we'll call it there. Let's see. Who do we want to raid into? I don't know. You know what? We're just gonna do it a little bit differently. Raid into whoever you want. Just go to whoever you want to go watch chat today. So, y'all just pick. Y'all get to go to whoever you want to go to. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and take it easy. And remember, abolish your regret. Goodbye.